What's up, guys? We're here with another ArcheAge live stream recap, so you don't have to watch the whole hour live stream. We'll condense it in about 5 minutes here. We do this about every week, so look forward to updates here. So today's big news, ArcheAge Unchained is going to go live on October 15th. They did announce that there are going to be 3 servers now, up from 2 servers per region. They did take a better stance on their multi-boxing policy. Krollin did state that he wants to have it formally in writing so everyone can see and dissect it rather than discuss and, beat around the bush here and there. So they're going to have a formal policy on multi-boxing, alts, and that their hard stance right now has been still that you can have 3 accounts per person. There is no limit to how many players can be in your household. So you could have, a bunch of people, 10 people in your house, kind of like dorm style, that are all quote unquote playing the game and having 3 accounts each. That is perfectly legit. But they did discuss a little bit about the gray areas and things that will get you, in trouble. And that's like feeding 1 account. But again, they're going to post a big article about this and have it all in concrete writing and detailed about what they allow and what they don't allow. So it's going to be a dialogue around that article when it comes out. That should be coming out very soon. Also, for the media people, we got some really cool news, not on the stream, but via email today. We're going to get access to a special media server a few days early before the public test server goes live. That actually will be coming up later on tonight and, be playable through the weekend. So that is very cool. You'll start to seeing a lot of new videos and guides about ArcheAge Unchained and this patch. They did specify in these emails that the Battle Pass, the Archean Pass, is not 100% complete, and there are going to be iterations of it. So don't, fully believe everything that you see about the Archean Pass right now. They are still working on changing it and modifying that. The biggest thing, too, that most people are going to like about this stream is that Krollin went out and said that everything at launch that he's seen so far for the cash shop is bound. They've done a great job of binding every item in the cash shop right now at launch. Of course, that does mean that in the future there could be more. This is also the things that he has seen too. So things are, of course, subject to change. But as of right now, to the best of his knowledge, everything in the cash shop is bound. The chat did ask about the ARC passes. Like there's a free version that everyone gets, which gives you quests and gives you special items and things like that. And they asked if those items are bound. And Krollin didn't have a great answer for that. He did say that we should just check it out on the PTS and give them feedback about that. But he did say that they are open to taking player feedback and actually listening. So if there's something that you see that you're like, hey, we buy all these accounts. If someone buys 10 accounts and they play through this free ARC pass and they get these, workers' compensations, labor potions, whatever they're going to be called, and they're tradable, what's stopping you from trading them, selling them to other people, and then using them to just funnel gold to 1 account, etc., etc. So if those are issues, then things might end up being bound. Like a lot more stuff might be bound because of player feedback. So definitely give your player feedback. They did show off and highlight this brand new vehicle. It will not be in ArcheAge Unchained at release. It will be sometime in the future. This will be ArcheAge free-to-play version vehicle. And I believe they said it was going to be unlocked through some achievements and quests in-game. Not like through the cash shop, which is a very cool thing. They did also confirm that Easy Anti-Cheat is going to be the anti-cheating service that they're going to be using, which is a great thing because for the longest time, ArcheAge didn't have any program to help, detect cheaters and botters and things like that. So this is way better than having nothing. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm hearing reports that it's not the greatest, but hey, it's better than nothing. They did also confirm, I believe I said this again, 3 servers per each region at launch now, up from 2. They will potentially add a 4th depending on demand and how PTS goes and how character creation goes, etc. They said that if they do release a 4th server, they will give you at least a day notice so that founders can have their name reservation and everything in advance versus, non-founding players. So they will give you time to make adjustments if that's something that appeals to you and you can't get in and so forth. We are also starting with 2 characters per account, and they will be unlockable somehow in-game. They didn't cover directly how they'll be unlockable in-game. I believe those were a cash shop unlock before, so it may be the same kind of process, which would kind of make sense that, you know, you spend some money on their cash shop to unlock more character slots. At that point, it's probably better to just buy a second account fully than to unlock more character slots. But yeah, to each your own. You can have 2 at official starts. We don't officially know how to unlock more yet, and it's max 6. They kind of skirted around the issue of if you can play on the EU servers and the NA servers. They took the question more as, yes, you can have characters on different servers in the same region. So we're not 100% certain, but they said it's just like the free-to-play version, which means you probably can have characters both on the EU servers and the NA servers, which would be my guess as well. We'll probably not be able to test that on the PTS because I don't believe there's 2 different variations of the PTS, but we'll take a look at that in a second when that stuff comes live. And then lastly, offline labor regeneration is the same as online labor regeneration, which was assumed. And so everyone's going to be getting 10 labor per 5 minutes. And again, that's the same as if you were logged in or offline. It doesn't matter. So you don't need to leave your computer on endlessly, which should help with queues and things like that. Because that was one of the reasons why originally there was just massive queues, is because people didn't want to leave the game because of labor regeneration. Offline labor regeneration wasn't the same as online, especially for I think it was only the case for free-to-play players. So you had to be logged in to get your labor regeneration, and you didn't get any if you're offline. The patrons, I believe, already had offline labor regeneration, if I recall correctly. But yeah, there were so many free-to-play players that just constantly stayed logged in and tried to beat the system so they could get that labor regeneration, because if they logged off, they got absolutely nothing. So hopefully that helps alleviate the queues a little bit. They did say that they're, you know, not trying to have 10-hour queues, and that if there's massive queues like that, they will release a new server, but they're very cautious because around the 3-week mark, the game does taper off. Like players come, join, start the initial land rush, and love the beginning, and then it just tapers off with their data around 3 weeks. We'll see how that fares in ArcheAge Unchained, because again, no pay to win as of right now, so the game will be significantly different. And you're not buying the best stuff. You're not buying gold. You're not buying progress. It's going to be a fair game experience all around. So overall, check out the stream recap in text version down below in the description. Thanks to someone on Reddit. Love you guys on Reddit. You guys are always doing amazing stuff. And yes, if you have any other questions, post them down below. We'll be doing more content about the media server and public test server very, very soon. Look forward to that. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Later.